I have this weight lose motion, and every 15 minutes I need to go to toilet. So I am off to my visual class. I don't wanna miss today's class, and I'm like, oh, will I be able to do the training today or not? Uh, it's like diet is very important. Diet is not only for making uh, building your health, building a good body composition, but it's also like keeping you on track, not to face this kind of problems. Um, because if you are having loose motion, sometimes you're gonna miss lots of things in the day. So yeah, these are all um, experiences, and from these experiences I'm learning. Because um, yeah, so when I say diet, it doesn't mean that um, protein or carbs or whatever. Now diet for me is more than those things. Like even the things that I used to take very much for granted, like the artificial sweeteners in some foods, like the sauce, the sauce that I use nowadays, it has artificial sweetener. Sometimes I use gums, and it has sucralose, I think. Yeah, that has laxative effect, and those all things comes in diet, can affect the digestive system a lot, and gut is really the second brain. When your gut is not okay, your brain doesn't work. So these two are really connected. I think that gut is really like the base of overall health. And earlier, so my fitness journey began like this. It begins with a very toxic mentality. I want to lose weight, I'm gonna go low on scale, I'm gonna be very tiny and skinny, um, uh, and fragile. I don't care about body capability. I don't care what my body can do or not. That was not very important for me. I only wanted to look good aesthetically, and good in a way that it is not something that I consider looking good. So for me, looking good was because media plays a very important role in conditioning people. So I, as I woman who had recently who had hit puberty, I had also been conditioned into believing that looking good for a woman is being really skinny and really weak, like those. Yeah, so it began with starvation, following lots of trendy stuffs, committing lots of mistakes, following this celebrity, following that celebrity. And slowly I learned about what real fitness is, about sustainability, about lots of things that I used to take lots of fitness courses, but everything was so vague for me. And there is one thing, a concept that I really believe is this, that you are learning things, but unless and until you don't face that thing, you're gonna not thoroughly learn that thing. So you're gonna study for example, in my fitness classes, nutrition classes, I used to learn lots of things about macros, about importance of fiber, about hormones, how much hormones regulation is important for women. But I was like, okay, these are all theory. But when you are facing like sometimes I had certain kind of diet that was very much off fiber, then I could literally feel what lack of fiber is doing to my body. And sometimes I was I was eating lots of carbs, then sometimes going high on protein, sometimes going high on fiber, carbs, sugar, and I literally could feel my body that it changes accordingly. So I was learning more by experiencing. So trial and error. Yeah, during the phase also I was facing lots of health issues, because constantly when you are experimenting with your body gonna face a lot, like literally face a lot. Now also, because yeah, you also learn about your body, that what your body can take and what your body cannot take. Because when you're not these things are not important for you, like the fitness, diet, you're gonna remain so uneducated that you will, if your body is actually allergic to something, you're gonna be fine with that. You're gonna be like, because you think that your body is like everybody else, you'll be like, oh, this condition that I'm having loose motion is common, because everybody else can eat fish, then it's also okay for me. You're gonna remain that uneducated. That's why I think that fitness education, sex education, basic civic sense, and there are certain educations that are, I think that are far more important even than the basic education, basic math or biology or physics. I think that in every school there must be like 2 hours to teach the kids about civic sense, about basic like when sex education. But when you wanna teach the kids sex education, that's also another topic. You have to be very careful. So you have to be very careful about the nuances, about what to teach in that age, about, yeah, about the basic nutrition. So when we were going to school, these things were not important. They only used to say to us that math is important. Um, Still, I suck in math. I have always been bad in math. I've been very intelligent student, but still I'm very bad in math, because you cannot expect everybody to be the same. You cannot say to a fish, climb the tree. A fish is there to only swim. So everybody has their own interests, their own capabilities, their own yeah, good points. And yeah, biology is important, chemistry is important. We grew up hearing these things, and we were trying to scale up in the fields that we were least interested in. But this other education, like civics and sex education and basic nutrition, these are unavoidable. I think that everybody must know about it. Otherwise we'll grow kind of people that put anything on our plate, we're gonna be okay with that. We're gonna be, whenever we are in a place with lots of food out there, like buffet, we're gonna pick everything, and our eyes will be hungry, like, I want to eat that, I want to eat that, I want to eat that. Those things happen when you are not having exposure to different kind of foods, and you are unaware about lots of foods. And when you exist in those kind of places, you'll be like, oh my god, I want to try this, I want to try, because you are very much uneducated about food. So yeah, food education is very important. Otherwise you really will be kind of a person that you will be fine with everything. Put this volume, this volume, this volume, this volume in your plate, you'll be fine with any volume. You're gonna be fine with any food. You're gonna be fine with, like, see, in even when you don't have the basic, like even sex education, like civic sense, media can feed you anything. There can be lots of there can be anything on your whatever you are using, whatever platform or outlet, and you're gonna consume it and you're gonna believe it. You're gonna be very gullible. So yeah, so I'm having this loose motion, and I'm learning more about the importance of diet. Diet doesn't mean that only protein. Now it's more than that. I should be very careful about everything that is going inside my mouth. From even the electrolytes that I'm using, I should be very careful about the ingredients. So I'm scaling up, and I'm sure that there will be a time that I'll scale up a lot in lots of domains, but fitness domain is one thing that I'm very sure about. I'm gonna connect the dots. Yeah, so I had this one virtual acting class, but I'm talking to this other institute. So yeah, the fees is very expensive, but if they train me well, I'm gonna end of the term I'm gonna continue with them. I don't want to talk about that another institute. It was really on my nerves. Still I'm trying to get over it, but teachers are very important. Teachers, there are lots of lessons, like this chapter about the con artists in the industry. When last year I was taking this class with these teachers, I used to take this studies very much for granted, unless I myself faced it. Like I literally have been conned when I'm realistically thinking about it. But if I am conned, it doesn't make me stupid, because it doesn't make me stupid. But these studies, along with all the studies that we do, oh my god, sense memory, fourth wall, this all, along with all these studies,